You've probably heard it a million times that you need to be on a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. What does that actually mean? Why does it work? How do you know if you're even in one? If you've been busting your butt in the gym or you've been eating clean and you're still not seeing progress, this is the science that I wish I understood a lot sooner. Let's break it down. So here's the deal. Your body is burning calories right this second, just from existing right now. And if you're just sitting still watching this video, this is called your basic metabolic rate. This is the energy that you use to stay alive. Breathing, brain function, movement, keeping your organs going. You burn most of your calories here, not in the gym. On top of that, you burn calories from digesting food. It's called the thermic effect of food. Any movement from walking to weightlifting to doing laundry is included in this. You add it all up, that is your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. That is the total number of calories that you burn in a day. So here's the key. If you eat more than that total daily energy expenditure, your body is going to store it as fat. If you eat less than your TDEE, your body will pull from the stored fat to make up the difference. That is the calorie deficit. Is where your fat loss happens. In my opinion, there is no magic pill. There is no 30-day detox. There's no 75 hard. It is basic biology, basic science. Your body does not get enough energy from food. Start breaking down stored energy, primarily fat, fuel you. Science. It is science. And I'm telling you this from someone who did not believe it at first. I don't know why. I was very hard-headed. I did not believe this at first. I did not believe in the basic science of it all. But it is facts. It is pure facts. And I went from this to this by following and properly being in a calorie deficit. How much of a deficit do you need? So you may have heard that 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat. If you're creating a 500 calorie deficit per day, by eating less, moving more, etc., you will lose 1 pound of fat a week. That said, I feel like an important caveat to this is that weight loss is not linear at all whatsoever. You have several things that impact it. Hormones, you have water retention, your cycle can impact it. This is what my weight loss has looked like the last probably 6 months, and you can see there's no linear. We didn't just go straight down the curve, the graph, if you will. We were up and we were down. We were up and we were down. And this is also why right here, I will tell you that the scale is not the biggest. I would not have it as the biggest form of victory. The scale matters, but are you feeling better? Are you looking better? Are your clothes fitting better? Part of what I do on top of the scale is I also take measurements. Are my measurements decreasing if that's my goal, right? Like all of these things. So I also wanted to just insert that here. Like, don't get so hung up on the scale number specifically. Yes, you want the scale number to go down. I get it. But if you're also building muscle at the same time, what do you think is going to happen? That scale might stay exactly the same, but guess what? You look very different. Very different. This is the part where some tough love kind of comes into play, if you will. Most people think that they are in a calorie deficit, and they are not. I've been there, okay? Been there. You think that you're in one just because maybe you're eating less or you're making healthier choices. You think that is a calorie deficit. It is not. It is not, it is not, it is not. We massively underestimate how much we eat. We just do. I did. You also overestimate how much you burn. I talk about it in another video. I think it was my How I Lost Weight Sustainably or the How to Start Strength Training video. One of the two. I talk about it in there where you overestimate how much you're burning in a workout. And I didn't realize that during strength training workouts, you actually don't burn that many calories. You burn consistently throughout the rest of the day because of the strength training, but you actually don't burn that many calories during a strength training workout. Not to say that's not important, because I talk about the importance of it, and I'm a very massive fan and proponent of doing strength training, but the workout itself sometimes does not burn an exorbitant amount of calories. So we're underestimating how much we're eating, we're overestimating how many calories we're burning, and it's a recipe for disaster, and it's a recipe for not being in a calorie deficit properly. And so that's why I talk about in the getting started with strength training, and then I also talk about it in one of my calorie deficit videos, macros versus calories. You need to be tracking your food. I know people don't want to do it. I know all of the reasons, because I was once one of those people who did not want to do it, but I'm telling you, even if you do it loosely, even if you don't want to do it 7 days a week, okay, I hear you, it's helpful, but even if you don't want to be one of those people, it still is helpful to track your food. Like, it helped me so much. Like, let me show you the difference of when I actually properly started tracking my food versus when I was sort of just like loosely thinking I was in a calorie deficit. Tracking my food, within the first 6 months, I went from this to this. You guys, it's like, come on. I was shocked when I actually saw the portion sizes as well. When you actually start to learn portion sizes and what food looks like, you'd be surprised the serving size of a peanut butter when you're just starting out. That's why I think you need to be tracking your food. You need to be weighing your food so that you understand exactly what 6 ounces of chicken looks like. You're not gonna know these things until you actually try to do these things. And once I actually did, I realized I was not eating like an athlete. You know what I'm saying? I was snacking like someone who thought protein bars and coffee was a lunch. Like, I just was not fueling my body properly. And that matters a lot in a calorie deficit, really does. So you could technically lose weight eating the chips and ice cream in a calorie deficit for sure. I'm not going to be one of those people who tells you like that's not possible, because it definitely is possible. But are you going to feel your best? No. So if you're not eating well, here's what's going to happen. You're going to be hungrier. Your energy is going to crash. You're not going to perform as well in your strength training workouts. You won't build or protect that muscle. If you're not eating a well-rounded whole food diet, good luck, basically. Like, yes, are you going to lose weight? Yes, but you need to build muscle as well, and you need to have and protect the muscle that you already have. And also your mood, if you're eating that way in a calorie deficit, doesn't matter if you're losing weight, your mood's gonna be terrible, because you're not fueling your body with the proper micronutrients either. I'm just saying, when I started prioritizing whole foods, protein, and actually hydrating my body, I didn't just lose weight. I felt so much better physically, mentally, emotionally. My lifts were stronger. Skin was cleared up. I was sleeping through the night, which I had really struggled to do for a really long time. Like, everything got immensely better. Losing weight, in my opinion, is not about punishment. It is a strategy. It's an experimentation that you do on yourself, to be honest. You don't have to cut every single thing out. You have to do hours and hours of cardio. I talk about in another video, actually, how cardio is not a sustainable weight loss plan or tool. You can go read about that. But you do need to understand how your basic body works, what the basic science is of your body. You do need to understand that, and you do need to understand how that works. And then you need to build habits around that. Start with your TDEE calculation. I walk through that in another video. I'll link it below for you. Start with that. Create a small but sustainable calorie deficit. Typically, people aim between 250 and 500 calorie deficit. The TDEE calculator will tell you what your maintenance calories are, and then it will also help you subtract what it should be for a calorie deficit. Again, go and check out that video, because I literally walk through the TDEE calculator. Get to walking, get to drinking water, get to lifting some weights. Prioritize your protein. I would track things for your own awareness and for your progress. You don't have to be obsessed with it, but it is helpful, especially if you're trying to lose weight strategically. That's how I started. That's how I got started on my journey. That is what I'm sharing now on my YouTube channel. That is the resources I'm trying to share. That's the knowledge I'm trying to share. And if you're interested in how to calculate your TDEE, again, I've linked the video down below for you. If you're getting started in strength training, I have a video on that. How I lost weight sustainably. I talk about my weight loss journey as well. Also, all linked in the description for you. And if you're curious and you want to know, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to walk through what I eat in a day, what my targets are, how I track food without going crazy. Anything that you're curious about, please let me know, and I will try and make a video helping you out. Or I'll try and, talk to you about whatever it is that your questions are. And if this helped you, if you find that this is helpful, please subscribe, like, come along for the journey. There's a lot more content like this coming. There's a lot of content on my channel already that you can go and read through or watch through. And if this is useful and you find it useful and you think a friend would like it, share it with them. Obviously, it helps with my YouTube algorithm of sorts, but really I just want to be a source of knowledge and help and encouragement for people who are starting this journey, because I myself was just starting this journey not that long ago. And so I've learned a lot along the way, and I just want to help others as much as I can. So if you enjoyed it, subscribe, like, come along, comment, join the journey, and I will talk to you next time.